Hey guys, Sam7 here, bringing you a few Battlefield 5 gameplays this week, and maybe a few more to come. It's just, despite the update, I've been having fun with the game still. I don't think the update is perfect, far from it, to be honest, but with tweaks, I think there are, at least with the time to kill, with tweaks I think it could be made into something pretty decent. The spotting, on the other hand, is kind of shitty. But yeah, I've already made a video talking about the update. Point is, I've been playing it a lot, even with the update, and I think the main reason why I've been playing it so much is because of Frontlines. I absolutely love this mode. Frontlines has to be the most fun game mode in any Battlefield game for me. I just absolutely love it. There are a lot of reasons why I love Frontlines. I think the main one, and I mean this is gonna be kind of obvious, but just the action that you get in this mode, you can't compare it with any other mode in this game. I mean, some breakthrough games you get action like this, but Frontlines I feel like consistently I'm just getting these action-packed, crazy, like chaotic moments, game after game after game after game, and like multiple times a game, and that makes it really fun. I like that Frontlines has, I think, the best balance of like a controlled game mode where, you know, if you have a squad in here, I feel like you can really control the pace of the battle, but it also has that chaos. Like, for example, Squad Conquest I think is a little too focused on the control side. Like, if Squad Conquest was like 12v12 or 16v16 like this is, I'd probably really like Squad Conquest. But with where Squad Conquest is at 8v8, and let's be honest here, with people leaving servers, practically it's like 6v6 most of the time. It's just not enough there. There's just not enough there. It's too controlled. It's too boring. Frontlines, I think, is the perfect mix of, it's not boring, it's 16v16, and it's like really focused on one part of the map, so it's not boring. You always have, if you're like near the objective, there's always action there. Like, even when you have a slow game on Frontlines, it's just not as slow as the other modes. But when you have like a good matchup on Frontlines, I think most people that have played this mode enough would agree with me. Not much else can compare. Not much else can compare to like a really good Frontlines matchup. And I love the types of battles that you can get in Frontlines, like breakthroughs, attack and defense, rushes, attack and defense. Conquest, you have a little bit of back and forth, I suppose. But with Frontlines, I like how it feels like a legit battle to me. I like how it's just focused on one point, and at the end of that point, one team gets pushed back or one team gets to push forward. And it's that mix, right? Like I said, like breakthrough and rush, attack and defense. I like how this is, or attack or defense. I like how this is attack and defense. You find yourself doing both on Frontlines, depending on the way the match is playing out. And that's why I really like it. Like, what frustrates me about breakthrough and rush at times is when you get on the wrong side. Like, personally, I prefer to play offense. So when I get defense for the whole match on breakthrough or rush, it ends up being a pretty lackluster match for me a lot of the times. Not all the times. Defense can be pretty fun sometimes if you have like, if you're in the right server, I suppose. But yeah, I personally prefer offense so much more, and it sucks that when I play those modes, that depending on my, you know, luck of joining the server, that may affect my fun by a lot. Whereas with Frontlines, I'm playing both. I don't really have to worry about being on attack or defense, because during an average game of Frontlines, you're going to be doing both. And I really enjoy that. That is something that you just don't really get as much out of the other modes. Another thing too that I like about Frontlines, and this is, you know, going back to the update obviously, that happened this week. Another thing that I really like about Frontlines is that it plays out, to me, I think it plays out the best with the update. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think that this update is perfect, and I still don't think that Frontlines plays out amazing with it, but personally, I find myself noticing the difference of the update the least in Frontlines. Like, when I played Breakthrough and Conquest and stuff like that, and gotten those long distance engagements more frequently and more consistently, I just noticed the annoying parts of the update so much more, and it was just bothering me way more. Whereas with Frontlines, with these objective battles and the way they're focused and like the distances in this mode, I don't find it bothering me as much. I find that I'm usually like in the range that I'm supposed to be in for this update, therefore, like, the time to kill change doesn't bother me as much because I'm usually like where I'm supposed to be. Now again, doesn't mean that the change for time to kill is exactly a good one, right? Not gonna really get into that, but I'm just saying that if the time to kill update really bothers you, give Frontlines a shot. Personally, you may find it different, but personally I find it less annoying in this mode. Don't get me wrong, there are ways it could be more annoying. You know, if you go against like 2 full squads on one team or something like that, and they're playing really hand-holdy, it could be more annoying. That can happen in Conquest and Breakthrough as well, though, on a much greater scale because it's 32 players instead of 16. But yeah, I find it much more enjoyable in this mode. Just my personal opinion. I'd say at least like give it a shot. Another reason why I like Frontlines. I love the fact that the chapter XP, this is not really related to the mode, but when you play this mode, it is related. It's not related to the gameplay of the mode, but it is another like side benefit of it. If you guys are struggling for chapter XP this season, you got 2 more days, Thursday it resets, play Frontlines. Play Frontlines. You get so much more XP through Frontlines than you do through any other mode. I have been leveling up ridiculously fast because I've been, to be fair, I've been grinding, but I would not be as high level as I am now in the chapter if I was playing like Breakthrough or something like that consistently. The reason I'm such a high level right now in the chapter is because Frontlines is out and I decided to grind it, and it is paying off massively, and that's what I decided to do. I was like, you know what, if I grind Frontlines really hard, then I won't have to worry about the rest of the chapter as much. I can kind of like pick and choose, and I'll probably be chilling because I'll have an easier road the rest of the chapter. You know, as long as I do like the rest of the weekly challenges, I'll probably get that max rank. Whereas if I didn't grind Frontlines super hard this week, I would have to keep a more consistent grind throughout the rest of the season. So yeah, if you want that chapter XP, grind the shit out of Frontlines. That is the play 100%. Another thing I want to talk about quick, and this is less about like Frontlines as a whole as a mode, but just this map. I really like this map. This map, Alice and Dan, I don't know if they had the Alice and Dan Frontlines version. I don't know if this is the first time that it's been in the playlist. This is the first time that I know that I've played it, and I really enjoy this Frontlines map here. The reason why I really enjoy it is because it is a super straightforward map. You have the middle lane, where the middle lane you can kind of work any close range weapon if you go middle, and then you have the outer lanes. The outer lanes are more for the ranged classes, like the semi-autos, the recons, the medics with the bolt action, stuff like that. I like that you have the different lanes in this map and that they play differently. Like, you can kind of play every style on this map, and like I said, it's very, very straightforward. I love how straightforward this map is. The layout just makes sense for Frontlines to me, and it ends up making for some pretty good games. I gotta take a drink quick. Like this game here, you've been watching this gameplay in the background, and this gameplay was awesome. This is one of the best Frontlines games that I've had all week, and I've seen some people like criticize, like, oh yeah, not every Frontlines game ends up being crazy, but I would argue, I wouldn't even argue, it's just a fact that applies to every mode. Like, you can argue about which mode it's the worst in or whatever, but it happens in every mode. Let's be honest here. You don't, when you play Conquest or Breakthrough, not every game is an insane game of Conquest or Breakthrough. Same applies here for Frontlines. I love this mode, but not every game ends up being a crazy game like this. But quite a few of them do, and when they do, it is the best Battlefield 5 action that I play. It is by far the most fun I have in this game, where the mechanics of it just work out the best. I can use whatever class I want and get this objective, focused, like chaotic gameplay and have a really good time. So, all in all, I fucking love Frontlines. There's a little bit of time left. If you guys haven't given it a shot, give it a shot. It's sad that they're taking it away. I wish DICE would keep it because this mode is the shit. But, unfortunately, I'm sure it'll come back eventually, but unfortunately it's going to go away, and just enjoy it while it's here, because every chapter, every time they bring back this mode, it's going to be a treat. Really quickly at the end of this video, I did also want to mention that I am looking forward to the new content coming to Battlefield 5. We got the bar coming out this week. I'll be covering that because I've been, despite, like I said, even with the update, I'm still having fun. We got the bar coming this week. I'm excited to try it. And on top of that, also Wake Island. Wake Island I'm really looking forward to because I've played the Conquest variant of that map on various Battlefield games, and I'm really excited to see what the Breakthrough variant plays like. because I love Breakthrough on the Pacific maps. Breakthrough on the Pacific maps is like the closest thing that comes to Frontlines to me in this game in terms of just the fun factor. It's amazing. And I'm really excited to try Breakthrough on Wake Island. I want to see if they can make it work as well as Conquest, because it'll probably be the best Conquest map for Pacific. But I'm curious to see, is it going to compete with like Iwo Jima and Pacific for Breakthrough, because those maps are pretty dominant for that mode. We'll see. And the bar is probably going to be shitty, let's be honest. It's probably going to be similar to the FG42 statistically. It's probably going to be shitty to start, but I'm sure it'll get buffed. I'm sure the weapons will get tweaked, and I'm still going to have fun with it. Really solid gameplay right there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. La 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 la.